see exactly what my skin looks like. No makeup with nothing, so here I am.
So hello everybody, my name is Robyn. I just wanted to do like a nice introductory for my channel, just to give you guys an idea of what you can expect from me. I like to talk a lot about the skin that I'm in, obviously, and then just kind of take you guys on this journey with me with, you know, healing my skin from the inside out and kind of just going along with me for the ride as I document and kind of go day by day in healing my skin naturally. I have all of these products here because I'm going to be talking about some of the things that I currently use on my skin and some of my favorite things for my skin condition. So to give you some background of who I am, because that's what this video is for. The purpose of this video is just to let you know who I am, what you can expect from me, what I'll be talking about on my channel. I do have some notes here. Don't judge me. This is my first video. I wanted to make sure that I touched on some key points. I'm 34 years old. I know I look super young. Well, not really. I don't have on any makeup, so I probably look my age. But I'm 34 years old. I am a mother of one. I am engaged to be married. And basically just on a journey to a healthier lifestyle. When I was 20 years old, I was diagnosed with psoriasis, and I have been on steroids since then. See my steroids here. I won't really be talking much about them because I'm literally trying to wean myself off of them because they're not the best. But we'll get into that a little bit later in this video. I just kind of wanted to talk about my journey with psoriasis and talk about how I want to go from being a woman who has psoriasis and has had it for a number of years now, but has never really tried to heal it from within, or, you know, do a lifestyle change to make my skin better, my skin, you know, my face, my body, everything. So on my face, I just have normal scarring from acne. See, I am African American, so when I do have an issue or a bump or something like that, it leaves dark marks. So you may see a few marks on my skin. I don't have a lot of acne. My skin is actually very smooth. Even with the dark marks, it's actually very smooth. A lot of it for me is hormonal, or also the things that I eat, and I do notice a change in my skin when I eat things that I really shouldn't be eating. So just to talk about some of the things that I've tried with my psoriasis, and I am looking down at these. You may see me look down. But I have tried phototherapy, I have tried injections, and I have tried steroids, both topical and by mouth. Again, like I said, I've been on steroids for the duration of my diagnosis. So I was diagnosed about 14 years ago, so you can only imagine. Let's talk about what it is. Psoriasis is an autoimmune skin disorder caused by an overactive immune system, which speeds up the life of skin cells. The cells build up rapidly on the surface of the skin, forming patches that can be itchy and or painful. So I don't have any itchiness or a lot of pain with my psoriasis scales. Sometimes, but not very frequently, do I have pain. The only time I have pain is if I neglect to moisturize or I have not yet moisturized. And then it can be like dry and a little irritated. Based on what I just said that psoriasis is, you would think that you would want to attack it internally. But you know me, I'm just like, whatever, I'll go to the dermatologist, they'll give me something to maintain it, and I'll be a-okay. Well, most dermatologists, they're going to give you a steroid. And then after a few rounds of that steroid, they're going to want to try something stronger if that's not really doing, you know, the job. So I was that person. I tried steroids, I tried injections, I tried taking things by mouth. And you have to think, you know, all of these medications, all you're really doing is kind of like just covering up whatever it is that you have. You're not healing it, you're just covering it, especially with steroids. And all of these things can become very costly. If you have insurance, you're still paying a lot because you have to go to dermatologist visits. If you have a certain type of insurance, you may have to get a referral, so you have to see your primary care physician first and then pay them to then go to a dermatologist, pay them just for them to turn around and prescribe you something that you have to, again, pay for. And these medications are expensive. A lot of them are brand name medications and do not have generics, so you're paying top dollar because these drug companies know there's no alternative or no cheaper alternative for you to go and get. Even with discounts or coupons and things like that, it still gets to be very costly. And honestly, it's not really doing the trick. And then if you decide that you want to try to maintain it in a different form or fashion, maybe through injections or something like that, a lot of those things require pre-certification. So basically, it's your insurance company saying, yes, we will cover that, and yes, we will pay for that. But the thing is with that is you have to have tried many different things. I'll tell you a story about me. Prior to getting my injections or being approved to get the injections or the medicine that I've taken by mouth, I had to basically prove that I have tried multiple types of steroids and all of them failed me. Like nothing worked for me. So I can't totally say it didn't get rid of the psoriasis, but it just gets rid of it while you're using it. So like any steroid, while I'm using it, I'm good. It gets rid of it quick. You know, my skin is smooth. The problem is it's thinning your skin and it could be drying your skin out, and then it causes other issues. Like a lot of the medications, you'll see, you know, disclaimers about sun and basically letting you know that, you know, you can't go directly in the sun after you've put this on your skin. And a lot of that comes from it being a thinner. It's thinning your skin, which is not good. So, you know, I'm just kind of over steroids. Another thing with steroids is when you stop using them, it comes back with a vengeance. So I'll tell you, psoriasis does not like to be irritated. It does not like to be interrupted. It does not like to be bothered. Okay, so if you're using a steroid or you're rubbing, you know, rubbing the scales off with some type of buffing tool, what's going to happen is when you stop doing that, it's going to come back with a vengeance. So if I use my steroid and then I stop using it for whatever reason, say I just decide I don't want to use it or I can't get to the dermatologist to get a new prescription, when I stop using it, it comes back full blown. It comes back worse than it was prior to me starting that particular steroid. So I'm just kind of over that. I don't want to use that anymore. It just kind of clicked for me one day. It's an autoimmune disorder. It stems from something going on with your immune system. Okay, so why not attack it from the inside? Give yourself a gut check. What should I be doing differently that I haven't been doing? So just a little bit more about psoriasis. It does require a diagnosis. There is no cure, so it's incurable, but it's based on flare-ups. So if you're not having a flare-up, nobody will ever even know that you have psoriasis. But if you're having a flare-up, you may have some scaling on your skin, which is visible to others. One thing that I do want to put out there, and I always put out there, is that psoriasis is not contagious. You cannot touch me and get psoriasis. I would actually prefer that you don't touch me. But you can't touch me and get psoriasis. It doesn't work like that. It's something internal with me. If you have it, you have it. If you don't, you don't. It comes and it goes through flare-ups, like I mentioned, and it can range from a few spots to major eruptions that cover large portions of the body. For me, I have it along my trunk, which many may know as a torso, my back, my chest, my stomach, my elbows, knees, lower legs, feet, hands, scalp, ears, and underarms. So as you can see, I just have like a few little marks here on my hand. And then on my elbow, you can see what it looks like here as well. I am currently having a flare-up because I haven't been using my steroid as often. I'm trying to completely wean that out of my daily regimen. So like I said, I was diagnosed at the age of 20. So initially I was told that I had seborrhea, also known to some as seborrheic dermatitis. So I was actually diagnosed with that previously, and I was being treated for that, which was not working. When I was younger, I also had eczema. So yes, I am the girl in the family that got all of the skin issues. Yeah, so I've been coping for a while, but yes, I was diagnosed with psoriasis at the age of 20. So I'll give you the backstory. I had been seeing different dermatologists, and I somehow came across a black dermatologist who was basically local. So I decided to go ahead and give her a try. I went through a lot to get an appointment. I had to wait maybe about 1 or 2 months to get the appointment, and then once I arrived, I was under the impression that I was going to see that doctor. Instead, I saw a nurse practitioner who was not black. So it's not that it's a black or white thing, but I'm obviously an African American. Some of the things that white doctors have prescribed me are not things that work for my skin type, or especially, I'll give you an example for my scalp. A lot of the shampoos, they want you to wash your hair daily, and I'm not one to wash my hair daily. It will strip my hair of moisture and my hair will look crazy. So I couldn't really use those items. So I mean, I wasn't upset because, you know, I'm still there. I was able to see her. Her practice is known for, you know, so many things. And then you hear so many good things about this particular doctor's practice. The one thing I can say is they did a biopsy right there. They actually gave me like local anesthesia, and they took a sample from right behind my ear. I do have psoriasis right here along the back of my ear. They actually gave me a dose of, I believe it was lidocaine, which hurt because that was through a needle. So they gave me local anesthesia, and they actually took a biopsy. They took a piece of my psoriasis, like cut the skin right out, and they basically took that to the lab, and then I got my results back maybe about a week or so after that minor in-office procedure. And at that point, it was determined that I had psoriasis. So I really did appreciate them for that, because they actually are the ones that gave me the proper diagnosis. However, they went through the same treatment system, which is let's put you on a steroid, see how that goes. If that doesn't work, let's try injections. Let's try this type, that type, and all these other expensive methods of treatment. And like I said, you must prove that you've exhausted all other options in most cases in order for your insurance to even think about paying for it. Steroids are not the greatest. They're not long term. And to be honest, you need to just try to attack it internally in a healthier way. So the types of psoriasis, there's actually about 5 different types. I like to think I have 2. So I believe that I have both plaque and pustular. I've never actually been told the types that I have. I've heard plaque being mentioned before with my doctor and the nurse in the room talking. They also have mentioned that it covers about 40% of my body, but my psoriasis is not terrible. Like, I've seen some really, really, really bad cases of psoriasis, and I'm very grateful that I'm not, you know, that far along. And I'd like to actually see if maybe some of the methods that I've come up with can help some others, you know? So basically, like I said before, I wanted to talk about what you can expect from me. So what you can expect from me is me cooking and doing meal prep, but all vegan style, because there's a lot of things that I've actually cut out of my diet, which we'll talk about a little bit later as well. Things that I love, which here are some of the items that I'm currently loving. I'm always open to new items and suggestions, so you guys feel free to go crazy in the comments with things that you think might work for me or that I could try. Hair and makeup with a twist. Of course, with me having psoriasis, I do have some issues along my hairline, and then I do have issues in my eyebrows, and then other little issues around my eyes, which I've been coping with. But how I do my makeup, you know, and how I do my hair with having scalp psoriasis may be a little bit different. I love YouTube, so I love to watch videos on how to do makeup, how to do hair, and tutorials and things like that. But I can't really relate to these women. A lot of the women I follow, I respect them, I love them, I look up to them. But I just feel like for me, you know, they may have skin issues as well, but I'd like to just take a stab at trying to do makeup and do how I do my hair and how I do my makeup with me having a skin disorder and with me having psoriasis, and how I cover it so you can't really tell that it's there. And I'm not covering it obviously so that nobody can see. It's just sometimes I want to look a certain way and I don't want that exposed. Right now I'm all out here exposed. Y'all are seeing everything, the elbows, everything. I have no makeup on. I have this bright light in my face showing everything. So welcome to my channel. This is me, real and raw Robyn. So I just want to talk about quickly some of the things that I have changed and some of the things that I have cut out. Basically, the goal in healing psoriasis, again, it's not curable, but you can heal it to a point where you don't have flare-ups and nobody will even be able to tell or recognize your scaling or your psoriasis. The goal is to reduce the rate that the skin cells grow. So I have cut out alcohol. I still drink alcohol on occasion, okay? But when I say I cut it out, I was drinking wine daily. So again, like I said, I'm 34 years old. I'm engaged. I have a son. My son plays sports. I have a fiance who needs attention. I work in corporate America. So Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, I am at work. My job can be stressful at times. It's a lot of work. You know, there are times when we are really, really busy. So, you know, I was coming home and I was basically de-stressing with wine. You know, I would have a nice glass of wine every night. So I have replaced that wine with a glass of water. I'm not going to say that I completely stopped drinking alcohol because, you know, if I go out for a girls' night or a girls' day, you know, maybe we have a brunch. We go to a brunch and there are bottomless mimosas. Do you really think, sis, do you really think I'm going to say no to bottomless mimosas and bellinis? No. I'm going to join in on the fun. I may not go as hard as I've gone before, but I'm going to have some fun. I may have a few. If it's bottomless, I'm going to have about 3 or 4, okay? Okay, don't judge me. You've been there before. We've all been there before. But yes, so I've really cut down on the amount of alcohol that I take in. I would really, really, truly say that it's only on occasion. You know how you do like surveys or applications or things like that, and I don't know where I've seen it, probably on like surveys or something like that, but they ask, how often do you drink? And you're like, occasionally. You're like, occasionally. It says like frequently, all the time, every day, occasionally. No, when you come home every night, and have that glass of wine. On the weekends, you shot for shot. What do you select? Occasionally. No. I really do drink on occasion now. So when I'm doing my surveys, I'm going to say occasionally. And I'm going to feel good because I'm telling the truth. Yeah, so I also cut out meat. So I'm completely meat free. I do eat fish. So I do still eat seafood, fish. But I try to stay away from shellfish. I love shrimp and grits. Again, when I'm brunching with my ladies, when I'm brunching with my girls. So that's like on occasion I'll have shellfish, but I cut out meat, so beef, chicken, and all of those things. I do meat substitutes, but they have to be plant-based, nothing with soy. So one brand that I'm loving right now is the Beyond Meat brand. So maybe I'll bring that over and show you guys what I like to use as a substitute for, like, if I want a burger or something like that. I have cut out dairy. So for milk, I usually do almond milk. I've been doing almond milk for a long time. I haven't drank real milk in a very long time, but I used to make this pasta dish. It's amazing, amazing. And I used heavy cream. So I no longer make that pasta dish. The most is like ice cream and eggnog. Back to this alcohol thing. I promise y'all I'm not an alcoholic, okay? I just sometimes need to de-stress and I like alcohol, okay? Okay. Less gluten, so I'm not 100% gluten-free. I try to go for more items that are gluten-free, but everything that I take in is not gluten-free. Less sugar, so I of course do natural sugars when I'm eating fruits or things like that, and then sometimes I will have a snack or something like that, but I have definitely lowered my sugar intake. I try not to do heavy processed foods, fast foods, or fried foods. Again, when I'm brunching with my girls, you know, sometimes you just want certain things, and I will have that on occasion, but I really don't do it on a day-to-day. On a day-to-day, I'm doing like vegan meals, or I'm doing like all veggies, and I feel so much better, and my skin actually looks a lot better to me as well. I need to not be using my steroids as much as I have in the past. So, one thing that I like to do to kind of document and how I actually got to the point of where I could cut these things out is by documenting in a journal. So I just have a journal here, and it's just like a journal with like regular pages. It actually has numbers at the top, but I like to document what I ate in a day, and then I like to also make sure that I'm documenting or jotting down the current state of my psoriasis, or of any scales that I have. You know, am I having any issues? Like, do I see more scaling? Am I seeing a flare-up? Am I having a reaction? And I base that off of what I'm eating. So dairy has been the biggest thing for me. So when I eat dairy, oh my gosh, it's terrible. It's so bad. Like it's so bad. I wish I should have done like pictures to show, but I didn't. But yeah, so journaling really helps you know what you can have and what you can't have, and everybody is different. So someone else may be okay with dairy, so it's really good to just pay attention to what you eat, and then pay attention to the current state of your psoriasis, because if you notice you have dairy and then 2 days later you're having a flare-up, it could be from the dairy. If you notice that when you completely cut out dairy, your psoriasis is looking okay, and you're not flaring up as much, then that may be the one thing that you need to cut out of your diet. So this is something that I do love, that I would recommend that any and everyone with psoriasis would implement into their daily regimen. And that's just jotting down, maybe at the end of the day, maybe right after the meal, you jot down what you ate and go into detail, you know, as far as spices and everything. Like, detail what it is that you ate, and if you can remember, you know, write down if you had a specific type of salad dressing, if it was a sweet salad dressing that you had with your salad, and the next day you had a lot of sweets that day. Maybe it's sugar, maybe it's carbs, maybe it's gluten, maybe it's a lot of things, but make sure that you're paying attention to what you're eating. I promise it will be totally worth it. Another thing, so I think that's it for my little notes. Oh, let's talk about things I love. So things I love for my psoriasis, and some of them are here, so we'll go over them as well. So I love hemp, so all hemp products. So I think I have 2 products over here that I'll talk about one by one. And then, so omegas. So you find a lot of omega-3s and omega-6s in fishes. So like salmon, a lot of your fattier fishes. So omega-3s and 6s are fatty acids, and they're really good for the skin and your face as well, not just for psoriasis. That can be someone that doesn't have psoriasis. It's just really good for your skin in general. I like to, I don't have any here. I actually need to get some, but I like turmeric and apple cider vinegar, which is here. They're really good for inflammation. They're anti-inflammatory, so they're the bomb. I like to just take fresh turmeric root and chop it up and just put it in hot water and drink it. I find that to be really good for inflammation that's inside the body, because remember, we are healing this thing from the inside out. Getting into the things that I love, of course, I love my journal where I document what I eat daily in this current state of my psoriasis, and I kind of base any flare-ups or any issues off of foods that I ate that day, and I will reduce that, reduce my intake of that food, and see if I see any changes in my psoriasis. So of course I love water. I have increased my water intake. I don't really calculate what it is I'm drinking. I like to have about 4 bottles of water a day if I can. We have an alkaline filtration system in our home, so I drink a lot of water in my wine glass, and I prefer ice water when I'm home, and then bottled water I prefer it to be room temp. But yeah, so I don't really pay attention to how many times I'm filling this up. I just fill it up, drink it. I love ice. I have low iron as well, so I eat a lot of ice, so that helps me as well. Something that I use on a day-to-day is Curel. I'm actually looking for an alternative to this. I like to use something that's a little more natural. This is far from it. This has alcohol, it has fragrance, it has glycerin. The first ingredient is water, which everybody will tell you is like not good, but I love it. I've been using it for a very long time, since I was younger. I actually love it. It works well for me. It keeps me feeling moisturized throughout the day. I've tried other things and they just don't do the trick for me. I'll end up feeling itchy. I've tried coconut oil. Oh no, it makes me feel so dry and itchy, and it really does irritate my psoriasis. So I can't do that all over the body, but I do love coconut oil. I love to cook with it. It just has a fresh scent. A barely there scent, but it's a very, very light and fresh scent. So I have 3 products from this company that is located in the Philadelphia area. The name of it is Yadain. So I'll put their information below. because you can go online. They have a variety of things. So I do want to go in there and kind of like research some of the soaps and some of the lotions, because I'm still using just the basic generics soaps and lotions that I've been using forever, and they've always worked for me. So for my hair and just for my body, I'll use the hemp oil on my body at night. It's very, very oily, so it's hard for me to use it a lot, but I like to use it a lot. On my body, I'll use it at night, but then on my scalp, I have to use it like right before wash day or something like that. But this is 100% Hempseed Oil, aka cannabis. When you hear hemp, yes, it is exactly what you think it is. It doesn't really have a smell. This can also be used as a dietary supplement, so you can take this by mouth. I know people that take about a teaspoon a day by mouth. I haven't tried that. I just use it for skincare. So I use it as a hot oil treatment on my scalp before wash day. I have also used it, like, I currently have a sew and weave in my hair right now. So I'm wearing it straight right now, so I can't really use this because it will weigh the hair down. But I like to use it, like if I wore this hair in its natural state, it's like a wavy style, I could use this every day because I'm wetting the hair every day, and it actually looks nice and healthy and moisturized. It's not weighing it down. When I wear my hair out, I have to definitely use this only before wash day, which is about once a week. Only because it weighs down my hair crazy, like dramatic. It weighs down my hair dramatically, and my hair is very fine. This hair is actually way thicker than my hair. My hair is very fine, so a little bit of oil, it will weigh my hair right down. So I actually prefer, when using this, I like to use a protective style, so either braids or a weave. I love using this for that. So then 2 other products that I have from them. This is actually a 1, 2, 3 step. I only have 1 and 2. This is their Rosemary and Hempseed Rapid Growth Shampoo and Conditioner. And I just love how this feels on my scalp. It has a slight tingle. All of the ingredients are very natural, simple ingredients. I love this stuff. Like, this stuff is amazing. It doesn't have alcohols, anything like that. When you think about ingredients, just rosemary, hemp seed, aloe gel, vitamin A, triple butters, lavender protein, dry banana, turmeric. We talked about turmeric, lemon, honey, just really good ingredients, all natural. And this is an all natural store, the place that I'm getting this from. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to find something in there that I can use as an alternative to this, that I can replace this with, as well as my soap, which is Dove. I just use these 2 things because, like I said, I grew up on them and I've been using them forever. And if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. You know, I would love to find something natural, but at this point I have not found anything. If you think that you know something that I can use as an alternative to these, or to replace these 2 things, let me know in the comments. I'll tell you that I have tried, like I said, coconut oil to moisturize my skin. I don't like it. I've tried the hemp oil without this. I don't really like it. I've tried black soap. I've tried oatmeal. I've tried all of those things, and I don't really like them. So, you know, if you can think about something that's very moisturizing, not something that's going to strip my skin of the natural moisture within my skin, let me know. I'm up to trying anything at least once. And when I say once, I'll try it at least a week just to see, you know, how it works for me. But I'm up to it. Just let me know. 4 essential oils that I absolutely love. I've tried many different essential oils. Some work for me and some don't. So the 4 that I have here, I have geranium oil, I have HeliChrysum oil, I have lemon oil, and I have tea tree oil. So all of these are like amazing. Of course, you never want to use, or some people can, but I'm not one of them that can use these just by themselves. I typically use them in a carrier oil. I've tried it with the hemp, but I actually absolutely love it with jojoba oil. So I'll actually use, you know, a few drops of these in a carrier oil like jojoba oil, and I will rub it on my skin, in my ears, in my hair. It's very soothing to my psoriasis. I love it. It's very moisturizing. The smell is amazing. So I like more of those like natural smells. I like fresh scents, but I love like the natural smell as well. The naturally fresh scent, that's amazing. So those are some of the things I love as well. And then a few things that I take by mouth. So let me tell you, the apple cider vinegar is kind of twofold for me. I've used it on my scalp as a rinse because, again, It's anti-inflammatory, so it gets rid of inflammation both internally and externally. So I actually have used it on my scalp as a rinse. Normally what I will do with this is I'll do a hot oil treatment with the hemp. I will rinse my scalp with apple cider vinegar, and then I'll go in with my shampoo and then conditioner as well. And I love it. Another thing that I take by mouth, the apple cider vinegar, I'll also do this once a day, a teaspoon a day, and just put it in a little warm water and then just drink that down because it's fighting the inflammation internally as well. I also like the Hemp Pro 70. This is by a company called Manitoba. This is amazing. As you can see, this does have the omega-3s and 6s, which are great for psoriasis as well as hemp. So this I'll just usually mix it with almond milk. I'll do like honey. I'll do unsweetened shredded coconut. And I'll just mix all that together. I might do peanut butter or a banana, but I have also just done this with just almond milk, and it tastes amazing. I like the taste a lot. It's not gritty or anything like that. It's very smooth. This one is, and that's why I like that one. And also it has iron. Again, I mentioned I have low iron, so this helps me get my iron intake up for the day. These also have iron, and this is just a daily vitamin that I take. This is by Country Life. It's a core daily, once daily multivitamin for women, certified gluten-free, all natural ingredients. It has probiotics, digestive enzymes, aloe, some of the B vitamins for energy, over 30 raw whole foods, and again, it has iron in it, so it helps me with that as well. Love these things. They're huge. Let me show you. They are big, but I don't mind them. Let me see that. See that? They're big, but I don't mind them. They go down easy. I like them. I take them in the morning. There are 60 tablets in here, so it's going to get you through about 2 months, depending on how many days are in the month. But yeah, it's not too costly. So this is something else that I love. So psoriasis can have all kinds of impacts on your life. You may be self-conscious, which may cause stress. The psoriasis itself can cause stress, but the problem with that is stress also leads to flare-ups. So you want to make sure that you are calm and relaxed. Breathing exercises help with that. I love candles, so you'll see candles a lot in my videos because candles actually help with relaxation and de-stressing. And then meditation and just affirmations, just positivity all around will help you kind of de-stress and help you to cope with psoriasis. Those are just some of the things that I absolutely love. If you have things that you love that you'd like me to try, let me know in the comments. I'd be totally open to trying those things. And maybe you can try some of the things and see if they work for you. If there's anything that you'd like to see me do or talk about or make, cook, whatever, let me know. I'm very open to trying new things. If you made it this far, oh my gosh, girl, thank you. We are girlfriends. You watch all the way to the end. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope that you found what I had to say here to be very informative. Comment below if there is something that you think that I should try, because I'm very open to trying anything at least once, like I said. If you did like this video, please hit the like button for me. Raise your glasses, your water in your wine glass. Clink. Toast to you. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything here on my channel, because there will be a lot going on. Hope to see you again. Bye.